Okay, well, we're alive.
September 6th. Here we go.
Yeah. So yeah, I got it, and when I first got it, I was like, it felt bigger, and I was like, I was putting it together. I'm like, this feels a lot bigger than what I'm used to. But then
Yeah,
it all got together, and I would have kept the larger size, but I physically couldn't fit it into my closet,
right.
and I didn't. And that's the only place to keep it.
Yeah,
I don't have any other place. I mean, I can leave it out like to the side of my where I don't go over there, but I don't want that ugly thing sitting off in the corner,
right.
blocking like my beautiful everything. So
Yeah.
I was very just upset.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
but so then I had to break down and buy my old version off Amazon,
Right.
and so that was $70.
Yeah.
So
But it's essential for your
it
filmmaking,
is,
so
and
you gotta have it.
but I ordered on Amazon. Usually they have like next day shipping. No, this is it will arrive Tuesday.
Yeah.
So okay,
Yeah.
so I have two scripts I've already made, all written up and everything,
Yeah.
and they are just waiting to be filmed.
Yeah.
And
For future videos on Steve Solves
yeah,
MS.
future videos exactly.
Nice.
Hey Janet, how are you doing?
I was gonna say Janet has joined us.
Yes.
Yep.
We're just starting up, Janet, so give it a minute or two for people to start joining.
Yeah. They'll start rolling in any minute.
Yeah, they always do.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I mean, it's just me.
They're enjoying the chat every Saturday.
Exactly,
Several
exactly.
have said they look forward to it. It's the bright spot in their week.
Oh, yeah, it's
Yeah.
true. It's true.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I was thinking because on Wednesday we had a ton of people.
We did. The Patreon chat was really on
Yeah,
fire.
and then I was thinking, well, do you think I should open up to all my Patreons this chat? I was like, you know what? Well, first of all, I don't think people would want to join because I mean, it even took you a little courage to build up the courage to get on a chat with me. I mean,
Right.
you just don't want public people to see you. So
Yeah.
so I was like, no, I'm just gonna keep it Angela and me.
Yeah.
Hey
Yeah.
Caroline, how are you doing?
And Tommy's joined this.
Hi
Tommy
Tommy.
Jeffrey.
Yeah, we were just talking about you, Caroline. Well, not you
Yeah.
specifically, but my whole Patreon
The plural of our
of our
viewers.
yeah our
Yeah.
Patreon group
Our
we have.
regulars.
Yeah, so how are
Yeah.
you doing today, Caroline?
Hope she's doing good.
Yeah.
I was busy getting my passport photo taken earlier this morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, my
W-
husband, he told me, "Oh, we just remembered your passport expired in June." So,
Oh, or are
yeah.
you planning a trip?
Not immediately.
Are you escaping
No.
America?
Yeah. Yeah. But my son, he got his British passport yesterday in the mail or in the
Nice,
DHL.
nice.
He's now got a British passport and an American passport.
Well, yeah, I think. Oh, I have my passport, and it is a pain in the butt to get a passport.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, now you can take your photo at home,
yeah, I
which we
know. That's what I
found
did. That's what I
the
did.
wall in our pantry was the bright lighting and everything.
Yeah,
So we just stand on the back wall of our pantry.
oh, you can't. I have my door closed, but that wall behind, that's the hallway back there, and it's just a
Yeah.
flat, like solid color. And
Yeah.
with my amazing Photoshop skills,
Yeah.
I took my photo against that, and then I
Yeah.
just cut myself out and put a white background behind it. I'm so
Yeah. It has to be a white
amazing.
background.
Hey, Athanasia, how are you doing?
I'm not seeing people now. Hang on. Let's see here. Oh, there we go. There's Athanasia. If I keep it on participants, I can see everybody. But if I put it on the chat, I can't see anyone. So I don't think anyone has made a chat yet, maybe.
Oh no, they're chatting. Well,
Are they?
everyone's just
Oh, there
saying
it is.
hi.
It was hiding down lower on my screen.
They're
There we go. There's Sivan Mahadevan. I hope I didn't butcher that. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Technically, yeah, they don't allow dual citizenship, but you have to go to the embassy in Britain. Like my husband would have to do that to relinquish his passport. And until you do that, you've got both of your passports. And then since my son is, his dad is British, is how he got it. So it can be done.
Caroline, why do you feel
Oh, don't bring
depressed?
sugar back.
Don't bring sugar back. Why do you feel depressed?
Yeah,
If you want to, have a one-on-one with me, video chat, just tell me, and I'll set up a Zoom and we can go one-on-one and just talk it through.
yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad I pronounced his name correctly. You're very welcome, Sivan. Yeah, my husband actually has three passports because his parents are Irish and they were born and raised in Ireland. So any Irish child, a child of Irish people, can apply for an Irish passport. So my husband has an Irish passport, a British passport, and an American passport.
You
All
know what, the
three.
funny thing is that I think my mom is in the same situation, be,
Is she?
because her well is it I think she got it from her grandfather was
Yeah,
Irish, and he was
yeah,
the one who came over to America. And
right.
when he passed away, it was transferred to my grandmother, and then that was transferred to her. And
Right.
I'm guessing
Did they
that
do it years ago? Because they've clamped down on that now.
you'll know this happened. I mean, this was years and years and years ago.
Yeah, you were able to do that years ago.
Yeah,
Now, like I can't get an Irish passport and I can't get a British passport unless I actually move there and apply
yeah.
as a citizen, like a royal subject is what they call it. Yeah.
Sivian, to answer your question or your statement, um, do you live in a state that you have to, when you renew your license, you have to take a driving test? Because I live in Arizona, and Arizona doesn't require you to do a driver's or a driving test. I mean,
Hmm.
I don't drive as well. So I mean, but I like having my driver's license just so I have an ID when I go to
Hmm.
like a doctor's appointment or something. And
Right.
also, if I don't drive, but still
Hmm.
remember how to drive. I can drive, and I want
Right.
that option.
Yeah.
Um,
Now up here in Washington, you can get a state ID if you don't want to drive anymore.
yeah,
Or if you have a child under like 16 who needs a state ID, because when we first moved to Washington, my son had to get a state ID. So
yeah,
he had a
yeah,
little kid picture on that for a
yeah.
while because it was so we could go back and forth across the border to Canada. So
Oh, you said real ID.
yeah.
Thank you for bringing it up. Yeah, that's what I have. My passport is a real ID. So
Right,
it's not a driver's license, but it will get you into everything. It's like a
exactly,
driver's license, but it's even
exactly.
better than that. It's a passport.
Yeah. I know my
Um,
son's British passport arrived yesterday, and the security enhancements are really fascinating. It has a little clear window, and his passport picture is like in the passport five different ways. So
really?
it's very advanced and it's really quite intriguing to look at. So
Wow.
it has a hard page and there's a clear kind of translucent spot on it that you see the photo that's on the page behind it through
Hmm.
the thing. So it's really neat and fascinating. So anybody
Interesting.
that gets a new passport anytime soon, I don't know if they do that in America, but they're doing it in Britain. So,
Yeah.
but
I
we might have some people in Britain watching, so
yeah.
could be.
So, what's on the docket today, Angela?
Yeah. Let's talk MS instead of
Yeah.
passports and IDs.
What do you want to talk about today?
Let's see.
Is anyone suffering from any symptoms they want to discuss besides Caroline and your Caroline, you didn't really say why um,
Yeah.
you want to bring sugar back. I don't. I mean, being depressed is terrible. I know,
Yeah.
um, but I don't think the consolation of sugar would be good because then not only are you still depressed, but the sugar
Is going to wreak havoc.
interrupts your recovery and your and can exacerbate your MS.
Yeah.
So
Sugar causes inflammation.
I don't think that is a
As my
real
grandmother used to say years ago, and I didn't believe her at the time, she said, "Sugar is my worst enemy." And
yeah
now I know how right she was. Yeah. But Sivan, yeah, if you have to physically go and get your license done, they're probably just bringing you in to test your eyesight.
yeah
I know ever since I was 16 and got a license, it's usually just an eye test. They don't take you
yeah
out on the road to test you,
yeah
but they
you
want to know that you can see if you do get behind the wheel.
I think that probably is the case because I mean, even though people
Mhm.
still drive crazy, and I think probably half the people that are on the road probably shouldn't drive anyway because they're crazy.
Yeah.
Uh, it is the case where I think people should get regular eye exams to be able to drive because I swear I see half the people when I'm out, right? I'm the passenger, but I see other
Right.
people driving. I'm like, that person, he looks like he's blind because he's not
Right.
driving correctly.
Exactly. Yeah, Sivan says he takes niacin, potassium, and iodine, but not helping. But now, are you doing the weightlifting at all? Are you doing getting your good sleep at night? What else? Are you taking the iodine?
Yeah,
And are you getting any kind of UVB light?
yeah,
You have to kind
uh,
of do all of it. You can't just
yeah.
take the supplements to get better.
Yeah, no,
It's,
definitely.
it's
I mean,
uh,
I'm actually, I had this in the queue of stuff in my head floating around. I have uh, I want to make another vitamin D video, even though I just put one out. So I don't know if I really want to go through with it, but I think a lot of people don't understand the difference between taking a vitamin D supplement and actually
Mhm.
going out and getting UVB rays from the sun. I mean,
Right.
it's two totally different things. And I think
Mhm.
this is where everyone is missing the mark. Everyone
Yeah.
says, "Oh, take a vitamin D supplement, and then that fixes it." But I firmly believe that you don't. Vitamin D is the result of exposure to UVB light. So vitamin D by itself, if you just take the pill, vitamin D does other benefits, but nothing for multiple sclerosis.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he says not UV light yet, but please recommend any product for that. And then let's go back up to Caroline. She says that she is feeling mood is so terrible, crying all the time, and I lost hope and energy to stay motivated.
yeah, uh, Caroline. I can tell you right now, sugar, it's not going to be the answer.
Yeah.
Um, if you want to talk, just let me know. And now that you're my Patreon, I will jump on a chat with you
Hmm.
anytime you want. Just give me, just tell me when, and I will get on. And if you want Angela to join too, I mean, I don't know, I won't speak for
Yeah.
Angela, but
Yeah, you can have me join if one,
the
or you
three of us
can
can get together,
privately
and
chat with
talk.
Steve either way.
Yeah. So we're here for you. And
Just let me know if you want Steve or both of us.
yeah,
Sorry
yeah.
about that. I'm a little bit congested in my throat this morning.
So yeah, so don't break, don't go to sugar. That's not the answer.
Mm-mm.
Because all you'll do is
It'll make it worse.
you'll still feel depressed and you'll cry all the time, and then you're
Yeah.
eating sugar, which is disrupting your MS recovery.
Right.
So yeah, not a good thing.
I mean, a temporary fix, try to watch some happy movies, some funny stuff, some comedy, see if that can lift your spirits and get you out of your mood. I
Well,
mean, that's
you know
kind of a
what?
temporary fix.
I don't know. I don't want to dive into it because this
Yeah,
especially when it comes to depression stuff, you gotta peel away the onion peel in a
yeah,
way and actually get to the root cause because I don't know what's going on in your life. I mean, you might have family problems, you might be having a friend problem, maybe that's not related to um
yeah.
so we don't know. But
Right.
but unless you come out and tell me what it is,
Yeah.
uh
Yeah.
yeah.
Just let Steve know if you want to do a private chat with him or if you want to do a group chat with me included. Either
Yeah,
way, I'm fine either way.
yeah. I'm here for you. I'm
Yeah.
here for you, and I care about
Mhm.
you,
Yeah.
Caroline. I care about
Yeah,
you.
we care about all of you because we know
Yeah,
we've
I
been in
do,
your
I do.
shoes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I really, I take especially like the Patreons who have gone the extra step
Mm.
to build a real connection with me. I take a very deep connection to all my Patreons.
Yeah.
So.
We have Daniela here as well as Famous Master. Hi to both of you. And then Sivan was saying he's not using the UV light yet, wants the recommendation. Goddess is here, wants to know what are your top three supplements if you had to pick only three.
I would say the top two slots are very simple. Niacin and niacinamide. Those
Yeah.
two. I think when it comes to supplements, those two are because I would classify that those two are as kind of an essential things for me, especially for remyelination and recovery. I think
Hmm.
those two because those directly they clear myelin debris. And I told you everyone before they clear myelin debris so your brain can remyelinate, and that's exactly what we want. And
Yeah.
then the third one, actually, you know what? Let me see here. I'm gonna. I actually found something the other day. I don't usually buy supplements
Hmm.
anymore because well, first I don't want to waste my money because I'm feeling so good. But the other day, I was hearing great things about this one
Hmm.
product,
Excuse me.
and so I was like, you know what? It's cheap. It specifically has to do with my restless legs. And
Hmm.
my restless leg has always been my main struggle when it comes to sleep. Uh, you think of restless leg, if you have restless legs, if you have cramps in your legs, if you have any kind of discomfort in your legs,
Hmm.
this addresses it. And so I bought this, and it's a 2 pack, and it is was only $20. It's called Highlands Restful Leg PM,
Yeah.
and I
It's
mean,
incredibly good products.
yeah, they are. I all I do is take two, and they're like quick dissolving tablets. So I stick it in my
Mhm.
mouth, and within 5 seconds, it's gone.
Yeah.
Um, and especially now I just had day two last night, and I woke up and I had 94% or 94 sleep score. And
Yeah.
because I mean the great thing is that my restless legs is gone. Like
Yeah.
no more pain, no more jittery, and I'm falling asleep like instantly. So I lay
Yeah.
down in bed and like within 15 minutes I'm out. I don't remember anything.
Yeah.
It used to be where I would get into bed, I would lie there, and even recently I mean I was sleeping good, but it would still take me a good half an hour to fall
Really?
asleep, and I
Mm.
thought that was just me, that that's just how my body, how my biology was, and that
Yeah.
I'd have to live with lying there for half an hour until I somehow nod off to sleep. But this thing,
Yeah.
it knocked me out pretty quickly,
Oh.
and I'm not suffering any irritation with my legs, which has
Yeah.
been ever like for the past 20 years. Honestly, it probably I think MS set everything off.
Hmm.
So it's been since 2004. I didn't have it. I didn't have restless leg until then. and I didn't have it at 2004. I think I started developing it around 2008. Uh, where I never had this feeling in my legs where I was just irritated, and
Right.
so I finally I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try this. I've tried so many things in the past because my restless leg, that's one thing that has just never gone away. But I
Mm,
mean, I'm 2 days now, and I the 2 days have been great. And so
mm,
I'm thinking, and reading reviews on Amazon about it, and
yeah.
everyone like it has like a 4.8 star rating, and it has like
Hmm.
thousands and thousands of reviews,
Hmm.
and people are saying that you can take this indefinitely. I'm like, that's wonderful.
That's good. Yeah, I've
So,
never had a useless leg, but I imagine it's pretty awful.
well, do you ever have like cramps in your legs?
Not since I started taking magnesium.
Yeah. I,
Yeah, because I take
I
magnesium L-threonate, 3 capsules of that every single day ever since early
I,
on
I'm
diagnosed.
with you. I'm with you on the magnesium, but
Yeah,
it's still like it got better, but it
yeah,
wouldn't fully kick in.
yeah.
I don't know what I was expecting it to do. I mean, I got close, but I still
Mm.
had nights where I would have just irritation. I just,
Wow.
okay, got S, yeah, you get spasms in your leg and back.
Yeah,
Okay. Um,
yeah.
I would definitely say your spasms in your legs and back are probably tied to MS in one way or
Yeah.
another. Because I mean, I just told you, I didn't have restless legs growing up ever,
Yeah.
and I didn't have restless legs until about 3 or 4 years after I was diagnosed with MS.
Yeah.
And so I think that's the cause.
Yeah. Oh, Caroline says she's struggling with OMAD. She doesn't have enough of an appetite to eat enough and to have enough energy.
Yeah, it's Caroline. I'll admit it. I'm not doing OMAD really anymore. Uh, Partly because uh, in my quest to um, find relief from my restless legs, I've been I within this past 6 months, I've been
Hmm.
diving into having I call my potassium oatmeal, where I make a bowl of oatmeal right around lunchtime,
Hmm.
and I load it up with a bunch of pumpkin seeds,
Hmm.
and pumpkin seeds are very high in potassium.
Yeah.
So I've been doing that, and it helps. It helps, and I still take
Yeah.
I take potassium supplements.
Yeah.
Yeah, potassium supplements, and so I'm getting that. But oh man, I'm kind of backing off. Uh,
Yeah.
I just the other day I had this thought in my head because I've been really feeling really bad about saying promoting OMAD, but then not following it myself. Uh, and the other day I realized something. You know, your MS journey, and when you've had MS as long as I have, you will feel this over time. Uh, there are definite seasons to your MS journey
Hmm.
where like in the beginning everything is like you feel like you're having attacks all the time, that you're going to the hospital getting steroids, um and then it kind of goes down, and and you don't have relapses anymore, but then you get progressively worse and worse, where you
Right.
realize over the years you're slowly getting worse, that
Right.
your walking is getting worse and everything, and then and then there are different moments where you kind of get these bumps where you're like, okay, this is and now we call it a season, where you're like, okay, this is a new season, and then you don't want to stay complacent in that season. You want to continue striving,
Yeah.
and because I now I know that like I'm on like one of the last seasons, if not the last season,
Hmm.
where I don't have MS symptoms anymore.
Right.
I I and I don't want to divulge too much of this because I'm making a it's gonna be like a half an hour or a half an hour long video.
Yeah.
I'm chronicling a lot. I'm
Chronicling.
chronicling. Thank you. Chronicling my journey, and I
Yeah.
can't really explain everything because I don't want to give away anything to you
You don't want to
guys.
do spoilers. Yeah.
I want to tease it, but
Yeah.
I'm definitely I now feel like what I'm doing, I'm seeing definite improvements, and I know that these improvements can only be happening because my I'm remyelinating, and
Right.
I mean because I tried this stuff, 10 years ago, and it was
Yeah.
terrible, it sucked.
Yeah.
Um, and now it's like, okay, well, like the first time I did it, wasn't good at all, and I
Right.
was that way. But already I'm seeing, okay, I'm doing a little bit more. Okay, I'm doing a little bit
Yeah.
more, and it's like I can feel the remyelination happening. Where it's like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm getting better. So,
Yeah. Now,
it's
are you still doing your high and low days?
yes, I still do that. I still do
Okay.
high and low. Um, But one thing I have done is I've kind of closed the gap a little bit between my high and low days. The only
Hmm.
difference, the only difference is, or well, two things. On my low days, I only have a third of a cup of oatmeal a day,
Hmm.
which is at noon. And then
Yeah.
on my high days, I have two-thirds of a cup. So I have a
Mm.
third of a cup in the morning and then a third of a cup at noon. And then another thing I do on high days, and this is the only other thing I do, is
Hmm.
I have four tablespoons, or not four table, yeah, 4 tablespoons of coconut butter
Mm.
on 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 all days, high
Yeah.
and low. But on high days, I have 8 tablespoons, and
Right.
that's the only difference.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's still a pretty good difference between high and low days.
Yeah.
But I remember when I first started out, I was trying to be so extreme. I was trying to get my low days to be super low, like very very minimal calorie. And
Hmm.
the more I researched it, the more I realized that's not good at all because what I was doing is I was wasting my muscle because
Right.
you can't build a good muscle uh, when you're on a low calorie day. So you have to
Right.
stay in at least at your minimum baseline metabolic
Right.
rate. And since I had my body fat tested and the DEXA scan, I put a video up. I don't know
Hmm.
how long ago, but I went and got what they call a DEXA scan, and what it does is it scans your body. You lie down on a table, scans your body, and then it spits out this pretty much as this picture of you. It doesn't look like an X-ray, but
Hmm.
that's essentially what it is, and it tells you exactly the exact spots where your fat is
Hmm.
and and like everything, like your body composition, how much muscle you have to the point uh of a pound of muscle. So I know that I have a lot, and this is where I talk about my dual. I have a lot more muscle on my left side than my right side, which makes
Right.
sense because my hemophilia, which I was born with, affects my right side. So I'm working on building that up, and then on my left
Hmm.
side, I'm pretty solid on my left side. And I can
Yeah.
tell you that certain muscles, I can pull up the scan. I don't have it up, but I mean I know, like like my bicep, my left bicep now weighs 22.3 pounds. I mean, something like that.
Wow.
And I know that it'll tell you in my upper trunk I have like 5.6 body fat on my upper
Mm.
trunk, and then it goes through and everything. But when it all comes down to it, I have a 12.5 or something body fat overall.
Mhm.
Not 12
Yeah.
point, no, 15, I think. 15.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, now I know that. I know, but one thing that's very vital for all of this information is it tells you your exact calorie maintenance. Like, this is how many calories your body burns, period.
Right.
And so now I know, okay, now I know that I have to eat 20 2,700. 2,700 is a little low. It's actually 27.75. So 2,775 calories per day to maintain everything.
Right.
So if I drop down to like 2,000 calories, I'm that's more that is when that's way too low, and I
Hmm.
would I would start my body would start
Eating
munching down.
muscle.
Yeah, it would start munching down on my muscle, my lean
Right.
muscle.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that I actually think that, in a month or two, or not a month or two, maybe 6 months, I'll have another DISA scan just to see, because I mean, now I'm doing all the stuff that my body's changing. I mean, I see
Hmm.
it. I see my muscles, and I see that I am growing my right side a lot,
Hmm.
to kind of balance everything out.
Yeah.
So um, yeah,
Yeah.
I would say just don't go OMAD. I can't really say that though. I don't want to say that because I still believe
In
in
the beginning,
OMAD.
it's very helpful because
Ex-
you've got to control the inflammation. You have to
that-
get the fire that's in your body to calm down.
exactly. That's exactly
Yeah.
what it is. And
And you're
and
at the point where you have, calmed down all the fire.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Exactly.
And I've calmed it down, and now I know, I mentally I know exactly where I
Mhm.
fit. Most people don't know, what foods work best for them. What,
Right.
some I mean, you walk down the street, you go out, people say, "Oh yeah, I ate something. I don't know what it was, but if I eat something and I have a stomach ache, I know exactly what it is."
Right.
It's so, I mean, if
Yeah.
anything, this has taught me a whole bunch about my body I never even thought of until I
Right.
stripped down, and OMAD was set me up on this journey to discover all of this.
Right.
Uh, and so if you can't do OMAD,
Hmm.
that is totally fine. I
Yeah.
actually think, I don't know if it's, let me look here. I have a video scheduled, and I think it's either tonight it will be released, or on Wednesday here.
Hmm.
Um, where I actually come out and say, um, oh yeah, no, it will.
You reading what Caroline just wrote?
No, no, I'm
Oh, okay.
yeah, no. It will come out tonight, a new video tonight, and I
Hmm.
actually say in the video, I say, uh, it doesn't really matter, if you have to eat 2 meals, that's totally fine, totally
Yeah.
acceptable. So I don't want to really get into it, because then I ruin the video
Yeah.
for you, and you only have to wait for a few more hours, and
Yeah.
then you'll see it.
Yeah, I know for me personally, when I first started OMAD, it was hard because I wasn't used to eating some of the other foods like lunch or dinner foods early in the morning to be keeping it to one single meal a day. So I spread it out for 4 hours and I would have my smoothie first and then I would have something like chicken with vegetable about 4 hours later. So I'm not like Steve where I eat all the calories in one setting, which I don't know if he still does it, but he
I
used to.
I I don't,
No, you don't do that
and
anymore?
well, I
Okay.
don't do that anymore. I've actually experimented a little bit differently, where
Yeah.
I on my low days, just because I'm so used to the living the nomad lifestyle for so
Right.
long, I actually just find, like, for instance, Saturdays and Sundays, so the weekend are my low days. Like this morning, I had um my normal low day routine, and I ate it
Yeah.
all at once. But that's only
Right.
because I'm used to it because I've been doing it
Right.
for years.
Right.
But after this chat, when we hang up, I'm gonna go right to the kitchen and have my pumpkin seed oatmeal.
Yeah.
So for me now. It's like, okay,
Hmm.
I don't have to fully restrict to OMAD. I can.
Yeah.
It's not like I want. I don't want to necessarily
Yeah.
even eat after this chat. I'm so
Yeah.
used to OMAD, but I mean now, like with the restless legs, even though
Yeah.
I just telling you about my new tablets I take right before, and it's knocking me out. It's
Yeah.
great. So I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe I can stop the pumpkin seeds, but I don't care. I don't mind.
Yeah.
I think eating just in a certain window. I try to eat at most. I I I will only do 8 hours. I will go eight,
Yeah.
9 hours. 8, 9 hours, about that.
Yeah.
Um, but anything more, I think is bad. But if you can't do one meal, just eat your breakfast, and then later, like mid afternoon, have another
Hmm.
smaller meal. I think that's probably better.
Yeah. Yeah, and Caroline was saying she was born with a club foot, which is a neurological disorder similar to your hemiparesis, she
Okay.
thinks. And then also she says, I miss pasta and bread so much. I only eat salads, fish, and chicken. So yeah, I got off bread a long time ago, and once you're off of it long enough, you don't miss it.
Yeah, no, I
You just have to get over missing it
haven't had bread. Oh man, I don't know
a
how
long time.
long.
Yeah,
It's been forever.
yeah.
I was never a big pasta eater to begin with. Like growing up,
No, me neither.
I didn't have spaghetti a lot. I mean, we
Mhm.
occasionally had it, but it was never really big on me. I didn't really mind giving breads up.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, once you're off of it, you'll feel better. And then if you do eat some, you'll realize how bad it makes you feel. And
yeah.
you'll be like, oh, okay, now that I remember why I got off. So, yeah, and you might try smoothies. Try making a smoothie to break up the routine of just salad and meat. And like Steve makes his out of blueberries and strawberries and whey powder, maybe you can find a powder, like a protein powder that you like, whether it's whey or whether it's a plant-based protein, and mix in some frozen blueberries and frozen strawberries and make it with one of the milks that you like coconut milk or almond milk, whatever you prefer most. And then blend one of those up if you can, if you have a blender at home. And that might break the monotony of it and give you that sweet taste without going to actual sugar. So,
Yeah.
and then Athanasia is asking me what's my exercise regime. Well, I walk my dog 3 times a day, and that takes at least about 25 minutes each time. And then sometimes I'll even take him up to like we have a harbor where the boats are all docked, and we'll walk the little platform up there. And that's another probably 20, 30-minute walk. And then I do my little hand weights occasionally, not as much as I used to because I don't like weightlifting. And then sometimes I get on my exercise bike. It's just whatever I feel like doing. And then now lately I'm incorporating my vibration plate. So I do that for 10 minutes a day every day. So because it's helping my ankles. So helping reduce the swelling in my ankles that I've experienced since my first MRI and my left ankle surgery that I had. So I
Yeah.
hope that answered your question. Let's
Caroline,
see.
yes, you said that you have a club foot, which is a neurological disorder similar to I don't have hemiplegia. I have
Mhm.
hemiparesis, which is
Right.
it's different. Where it's pretty much it affects only my right side of my body. uh, where like I told you many times, my left hand perfectly normal,
Hmm.
fine, but my right hand, well, I mean, I have a little control, but I'm never going to be playing the grand piano, you know.
Right. Now, do you
So
write with your left hand or your right hand?
everything with my left hand.
Left.
I,
Okay.
I,
Yeah, I'm a
I
lefty as well.
yeah, I'm all pretty much solely. I mean, going through when I grew up, I went through school,
Hmm.
doing everything with my left hand. I remember I wanted to play so many musical instruments, but I couldn't
Yeah.
play any of them because like they're all both hands. So I was
Right.
stuck playing. I ended up with the French horn, which is there's three knobs and they're on the with the left hand, and then
Hmm.
so I played the French horn in the regular band, and then
Hmm.
in the jazz band I played the
Hmm.
trumpet, but instead of playing using my right hand to play the notes, I used my left hand instead. So it was
Yeah.
like backwards.
Right.
So yeah, that is I've always lived with that, and that's always been my struggle. Um,
Yeah.
but it's not a struggle because I
Yeah.
mean, when you're born with something, it's not
Yeah.
like you're sad about
You're
it.
not adapting. It's just
Yeah,
your normal.
it's
Right.
like I look at my right hand. I'm like I'm not saying oh poor right hand. You can't do this and you can't do that. No, it's
Yeah.
this has been my life.
Right.
I'm happy as a clam.
Yeah.
And I think that's the main difference between like having a condition you were born with,
Yeah.
where I had no choice and I don't know what it feels like to have a perfect right hand
Right.
compared to MS, where you're
Yeah.
losing stuff. You
Yeah.
know,
You lost other things once MS struck for you. So
yeah,
you had already had the hemiparesis from birth, and then MS came to you in your mid 20s.
yeah,
So
yeah,
you've had both
exactly,
adjustments. Yeah.
exactly, and all just the stress of all of it. I mean, I've lost
Hmm.
my hair.
Made all your hair fall out.
Exactly. And by the last thing,
No, not
oh,
serious.
but it's all about how what you do with your approach to life. Yeah, people look at me and they can never. I mean, I've had a few people actually say to me, "I cannot, I cannot see how you can deal with having MS and your hemiparesis." I'm
Yeah.
like, that's just what you do.
You just
You
get
know,
on with life.
it's
You
it's
take the
like
cards
blind
you're dealt
people.
with and you deal with life
Yeah, it's
your
like blind
own unique
people.
way.
Do you look at blind
Yeah.
people and say, "Oh, I'm sorry, you can't see"? I mean, I'm sure a blind person will be like,
Yeah.
you deal with life. You get what
Yeah.
you take what you're given, I should say.
Yeah.
Where it's like, okay, yeah, I'm not going to be a all-star baseball player, which is a very sad thing because that's definitely what I wanted to be when I was 12 years old. I definitely
Yeah.
wanted to join the baseball team and be the best player on the field, but
Yeah.
that didn't happen because I
No.
can't I can't use a mitt on my right hand because I mean
Right.
I tried. I actually tried. I joined a few pee wee games, and
Yeah.
they have those park teams when you're growing up. Um,
Mm.
and I joined them, and I tried to be a normal growing up kid, but I mean that was
Yeah.
nothing. And so I finally gave up on baseball. I'm like, well, you know what? Let's try racquetball. Well, racquetball is great because you only need one hand to hold the racket, and then you run
Yeah.
around the little
Yeah.
square or whatever they have, and you hit the ball around, and that's how I opted to get my sports energy out when I
Yeah.
was growing up was to play racquetball instead of baseball.
Right.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it's just about finding what you're good at and
Right.
what you can do. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, there's
Instead
there's
of
a lot
dwelling
of
on what you can no longer do.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. You
And
just got to find what you can do.
I don't know what I mean. I know the people get depressed about
Mhm.
how they they feel like they're losing stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is one thing why just what Caroline was saying, how she was depressed. Um, how a lot of people are depressed because they feel
Hmm.
like they're losing things. But when you turn your MS career around,
Hmm.
the excitement that it because it doesn't happen overnight. It takes
No,
years. But I mean, Angela, you can attest. I mean, don't you feel excited
I
by
do. Yeah.
by how exciting this
And I feel
feels?
grateful. I mean, I look back, even my husband, we were both watching your iodine video the other night. He put it from his phone, he cast it to our television. So you were on the giant TV in our living room, and he
Oh
watched
man,
every bit with me. So, huh?
I'm saying maybe I should put on makeup or anything if
Oh
I'm
no, you
been
looked
blowing
great. The lighting was perfect.
up.
You do really make great films. I mean, for a
Yeah.
filmmaker, you do really great at that. So your videos, you just get better and better every time you make one.
Thank you.
So, but I keep thinking I'm so grateful I found you when I did. I mean, I was your 99th subscriber, and it got me out of that little brief period of depression after I got diagnosed, and then I'd had that relapse, lost my ability to walk. And I'm like, I sat with my iPad in my living room back then, and I'm like, I have to find somebody who has figured this out. I know they're out there. Somebody has to have figured this out to make it better. And then I found you, and I'm like, he makes sense. So, and then I just started following what you did and communicating with you through your chats and the comments in your videos. And, you helped me build my stand for my red or my UVB light. And I got the same exact stuff you did and
Yeah.
built it just this, or I didn't build it, my husband did, but it was nice. And then I got better and better and better the more I followed what you were telling me to do. And it just made such a difference. And I could get all teary crying about how grateful I am that I found you. So, because I
Yeah.
really am. I really am. So,
Yeah.
and I'm grateful I got to meet you back in June. I got to meet
Oh,
you and give you a hug, and we made a little
not
video.
only not only
It was
that,
nice.
not only that, but you're
I
you're
know.
getting me again at the end of
I know. You're coming
October.
up here in October to meet me at my house. So
You know
that's
what?
going to be
Honestly, okay, that's it. That trip will be great, but the next time it's you down here.
I
All
know.
right.
I do want to go to Arizona.
Okay, you next time you have to recuperate.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I want to go down to Tucson, and I would really, one of my dream trips has always been to go to Sedona, Arizona. So,
Oh,
yeah.
Sonora is beautiful. Sonora is
Yeah.
beautiful. It's
Yeah.
it's about 6 hours away from here,
Yeah.
driving. So I
Right.
mean, you'd
Wow.
have the,
That far, huh?
well,
Is
Sedona
it
is
like
is
you're down in the bottom
the bottom right
southwest
of the
of the
state.
state, and they're in the northeast of the
Yeah,
state?
it, driving from here to Phoenix is three
Hmm.
hours,
Wow.
and then Sedona is another 3 hours on top of that. Or two,
Wow.
I think it's something like 2.5 hours. So
Yeah.
maybe it's not a full 6 hour. Maybe it's just 5 hours, and whatever. But it's a good solid drive.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Okay, Sivan is saying, does anyone worry about their future? I
I
used to when I was looking at all these videos before I found Steve, and people were just crying about, oh, I've lost this and I've lost that. And I read a story about a woman who had her optic neuritis happen while she was driving, and she went completely blind, and she didn't know how she got off the side of the road, and she couldn't find her phone to call for help, and it was kind of scary. And so, yeah, I was scaring myself watching all those videos and reading all of those information boards about MS. So I decided I can't do that anymore. I'm going to cut off all those videos. I can't watch them, read all this stuff. I had to find Steve. I had to find somebody like Steve who had figured out how to make MS better. And that's what I did.
and I can tell you because I am 100% positive each and every one of you, and
Yeah,
you don't see it now. You don't
yeah,
see it now, but you will get better if
yeah,
you follow what I'm telling you. Because I thought for the longest time I was like, well, maybe this is just me. My whole routine, and this is why I got MS in 2004. I suffered with MS until 2013, and then
yeah,
I picked up my weightlifting. It was the
yeah,
first thing I picked up. I don't know why, I was crazy, but I did it.
yeah,
And then over ever since 2013, it was started slow, but then
Yeah.
it kind of got up there and kind of up there. And then about 2018, I was like, oh, I feel some major changes. This can't
Yeah.
be just me, So I was
Yeah.
like, maybe I should start a YouTube channel. Well, that was
Yeah.
2018, and I didn't put
Yeah.
out a video for until 2020. So
Yeah.
it took a lot of me building up
And I
my
didn't find you till
courage.
2021.
Yeah, well, it took me all that time to build
Yeah.
courage because I was scared to death
Yeah.
from getting in front of the camera
Yeah.
and talking. And I was like,
Yeah.
I don't even know where to start. But
Yeah.
and so there were years where I was thinking, oh, all this stuff, and I was doing all this research, and I was
Mm-hmm.
discovering all this stuff. And I was, oh, this is making sense and making sense. And then finally, I was like, in 2020, I was like, I'm gonna make a video, and I put one out.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the first for video I did, I think it was like a 2 minute video, but it took me
Yeah.
like all day to film.
Yeah.
So I mean, and the thing is that I can tell you that wherever you are right now, you feel like you're at the bottom, and this is why that fear of the future is coming through.
Right. Yes.
You don't see an out. You don't
Yeah.
see. You feel like you're going down, and the world's moving on without you. I understand
Yeah.
that. I felt that too, and
Yeah.
and that's what I felt like. Especially, when I was in 2004 when I was diagnosed. I was on top of the world. I had a girlfriend. I was thinking maybe soon I would propose to her, get married, and I had this great job, and everything was on. I was floating on top of the world, and
Yeah.
then this disease came along and slowly chipped away. And just like everyone knows, this
It
disease
took
just
everything.
chips away at you,
Yeah.
and uh, and so I hit rock bottom,
Yeah.
and but I can tell you, I promise each and every one of you that it
If you
will get
stick with it,
better.
it will get
It
better.
will get better. I
Yeah.
promise.
I mean, I was on a walker. I was using a mobility scooter if I needed to go out to a store or anything, which was very rare. I was embarrassed to use it, didn't want to use it, didn't want to look like a cripple out in public. And now my scooter sits in my garage gathering dust. My walker is folded down and put on a high shelf out in the garage. I haven't touched it in probably 2.5 years now. So all that Steve helped me to learn to do helped me get off the walker and stop needing the mobility scooter. Now I can drive my car again. And my parents were driving me to go to like the red light therapy. Not my mom, my dad was. And for about a year, I didn't drive at all because little stories scared me. I don't want to go blind while I'm driving, but now I can drive myself. So my dog and I hop in the car and we go driving up to the harbor in Blaine, and we would do that when I first got MS and had that really bad relapse. I didn't think it was ever going to be possible. I thought my elderly parent driving me around while my husband's at work and all that kind of stuff. So I'm very
Yeah.
grateful. And yes,
I
it
I
does.
I
You will get better if you do what Steve
I can
is
tell you,
telling us to do.
I'm exactly like
Because I
you,
did.
Angela. I'm exactly like
I did.
you. When I was, I mean, this is when I was in my late 20s, early 30s. I was like, okay,
Mhm.
I'm living at home now with mom and dad, and what I'm gonna die one day, and
Yeah.
they're gonna drive me around, and they're gonna be doing everything for me. I can't do anything, and I mean, that was my fear and I didn't know what was gonna happen to my MS.
Yeah.
But now I have recovered
Yeah.
so much.
Right.
There are no
Yeah.
more fears. I don't, I
Yeah.
don't, I don't. I'm not scared of anything.
Yeah.
Really. I
Yeah.
mean,
Now,
that's
and when I heard the prices for the DMTs, I was like, good Lord, I don't want to go broke paying hundreds of $1,000s a year. This is more than my mortgage kind of thing. And it's like, I don't want to go bankrupt for the medicine I'm going to have to be required.
yeah,
That was my first thought when my doctor first started talking to me about DMTs. So, yeah, now they have a cap on it where you only pay $2,000 a year out of pocket for the medicine. So that I'm grateful for. Do I like paying 2,000 a year? No, but it's a lot easier pill to swallow than 10,000 or 100,000 a year out of
Yeah.
pocket. Because I mean, that
Yeah.
would bankrupt you over the years that you're going to have this disease. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I
So
think Steve has made a video with me. You can find it on his channel. He videotaped me when we met in Everett back in June. We
yeah,
were
yeah,
face to face, and there is a little video in there of me.
yeah, there is. I can tell you.
And there's a video 4 years ago. I made a video explaining everything. I'm wearing like a peach colored shirt, and I detail everything out in that video because I it was just me talking, and Steve edited it so it looked like he had headphones on. He didn't have a
Yeah.
beard at the time, and he looked like he was just listening to my story and nodding his head appropriately at certain points, kind of thing. So that's a good video to watch that I'm in on his channel. So
Okay,
there are two good videos of me on the channel.
the
Yes.
one the video of me and Angela together,
Yeah.
we I published it on June
Yeah.
16th.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
look
The
that
other
up.
one is several years old. It's about 3 years old.
Oh yeah, yeah. You're gonna have to dive in. I can't believe
Yeah.
I'm getting so many videos where it's like I don't even know where
Yeah.
half my stuff is. I'm like, I made that. I don't know what year it was, but I
Yeah.
made it.
Yeah. Yeah. I was so nervous. I recorded myself. I made my little script and I just made a recording of me reading my little script. And then Steve took that video I sent to him and made the video where it looks like he was talking with me, but he wasn't. Yeah. It was
No,
just me talking the
Athanasia,
whole
no,
time.
it's not you. Right now, there is a definite glitch in the video. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
even getting on my end where, like, I mean, like, there was a time in there Angela was cutting out and she was talking.
Yeah.
So no, it's not you. It's all of us. I think all of us are experiencing this.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
but I think do you think I should make another video for with Angela, guys? Just put in a yes or no when I go up in October. But I should
Um,
make another video with Angela.
yeah.
I mean, I personally think everyone comes to see me and only
Yeah.
me,
Yeah.
but I guess some people like
Yeah.
you for some
Right.
reason.
Well, they know that I followed you and I got better. Maybe they want to know, that's why they're focused on me right now. Because
Yeah,
they're all where I was. They're in the beginning stages and they're hoping they will get better. And
yeah,
I experienced that where I was in my throes of MS and desperate and just miserable with the shock of even having a disease.
yeah,
You think you're bulletproof when you get to the age of 52, and then all of a sudden your doctor's like, oh, your hand and arm went numb because you have MS. And it's like, oh my
yeah.
God, what do you mean I have MS? So,
Yeah. Well, I still think you are my number one proof that I knew that it
yeah.
was not just me. That
Right. I
healing
remember
can.
when your dad was up there in Everett and he asked me, he said, I need to ask you a question. He said, do you really think that everything you do that my son tells you is helping you? And I said, oh, absolutely. I'm so grateful for your son. You just don't even know. I said, I've done everything he's told us to do and my life got better. I drove down here to Everett today by myself. Yeah, with my dog, but no other human being was in the car. Nobody drove me. I said, I'm so grateful. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think your son has helped me get better with his advice. You bet, 100%. Yeah. And
Well,
your
you
dad was like, he was so skeptical, like, I don't know. I don't know if my kid is helping with all of this.
no,
So, but I think
but
you
it's
convinced
now.
him.
I mean, I'm getting comments every so often from people that aren't in this chat or whatever, but are just sometimes regular viewers, where they say
Yeah.
this is helping me. So I think
Hmm.
everyone is in this
Yeah.
stage where they are starting to feel changes. And I mean,
Yeah.
Angela, I think you are probably the front runner of everyone that has talked to me that you're feeling
Yeah.
stuff. But I can tell you, Angela, even now,
Yeah.
you're not
Hmm.
even close to where you're going to be in 5, 10 years.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
So,
everyone,
yeah.
everyone, you should.
Yeah, even Todd, you all haven't seen him in the
Yeah,
chat because he's not available on Saturdays, but he is on the Patreon chat. So Caroline has seen Todd and DC Cad, which I don't think DC's here today,
I
but
don't think so
DC was
either.
there and he saw him. Jeffrey saw Todd, and Todd has PPMS, and so he was in that declining every year phase with the MS, and now he said, I have not declined since I started following Steve. And
Yeah,
he bought a tricycle for himself. He's got some acreage with some trails, and he was able to ride his bicycle, which he used to be an avid bike rider. And he was just beaming with being able to ride a bike again, even though it's a tricycle. He's like, I can do it. I can ride up and down my big driveway. So, and he rode on one of his trails. So even Todd is getting better with his PPMS. So, and we talk to Todd every Wednesday for like the past couple of years now. So, and he's just improving gradually, and it's just so nice to see. And let's see, Hilda joined. She's a late join, and she said she wanted to know about any exercises specifically to lift her right leg, as she has difficulty doing so.
oh, Hilda, uh, again, I can't express to you how much I want to tell you that I'm making a video. And I told you at the beginning of this chat that I'm making like a half an hour long video, and it's gonna be huge and it's gonna be very
Mm-hmm.
profound for me. I don't know if anyone else would give a shit, but I think it's pretty important. But it's all about leg strength, and I'm talking about my right leg because I've already told you about my hemiparesis, but with my hemiparesis, MS did a real number to it, and I
Yeah,
lost so much strength out of it. Um, so I'm building it up again, but I have a lot to say about that, and so
yeah,
just hold on for a little bit longer. I mean, I'm
yeah,
still doing something. It'll still be a couple of weeks, but
yeah.
yeah, I think I think there are if are now okay, to boil it down to the very simple stuff. If you're talking about like the front of your leg, that's the quadricep. It's like by your groin, pretty much the front of your leg, the top part of your leg. That's
Mm-hmm.
your quadricep. And if that's weak, then what you can do is do squats.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do squats because I can't. Oh, I couldn't stand when I started lifting weights. But
Mm-hmm.
so I do seated squats because I have a Bowflex,
Yeah,
which is pretty much you sit down in the seat and
yeah,
you the cables are hooked up in front of you. So
yeah.
you put your legs up in front of you and you push like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that one that works your quads, your front of your
Yeah.
legs.
I
The
have a
back of
similar
your leg,
exercise to what you're describing that I did when I had first found you and right before I found you, because I would feel a tightness in my legs and I knew I needed to like continue my ability to get up and out of a chair. So I would sit in my recliner and I would grab the sides. I don't know if I can do that in this rolly chair. I don't want it to roll out from under me, but and I would just grab on that, lean forward, and then try to raise up and then sit back down and then raise up and sit back down. And I just did that as much as I could, which wasn't much in the beginning, but the more I did it, the better I got at it and the stronger my legs got. So that's something easy that you could do if you're sitting in like a recliner or a stable chair that has maybe arms. So that would be my little suggestion there.
yeah. And then also if now the reason why I'm kind of being quiet about this video, but I kind of have to
Mm-hmm.
divulge a little bit, is that all these muscles in your leg work
Mm-hmm.
like kind of like a concert in concert with
Mm-hmm.
each other. And I was surprised because my quads, my front of my legs, they've
Mm-hmm.
always been strong. And I've never had a problem with the front of my legs, but the back of my leg, specifically right your hamstrings, right below your butt. The
Yeah.
hamstrings, my right hamstring is super, super weak.
Yeah.
And that and my right calf, which
Mm-hmm.
is um, those two are super weak. So, but the problem is now that I'm finding out, and I'm working on all the stuff I'm going to be doing out in this video. Your
Mhm.
whole leg works as a whole compartment. And there are millions of little micro adjustments you do without even thinking. Your brain just does it without even you even knowing what's going on. But you're making these millions and millions of little adjustments that you don't even know that are keeping your balance, keeping
Yeah.
your walking straight, uh, coordination, all that stuff within your legs. So you can work on your quads if you really think the standing up is your only problem. What Angela said works perfectly. You know, work
Yeah.
standing up.
Yeah.
But
Just getting
if
yourself up out of the chair repeatedly.
yes, over and over, just
Yeah.
repetition. Oh,
Keep
and
doing it as many times as you can in a row.
because
And that's like it's kind of like a squat when you can't do a squat. Because I couldn't do a squat. I still
yeah,
probably can't do a squat because I
yeah,
haven't even tried. I have the balance issues still. They're not as bad, but I do still have some balance issues. And yeah, if you can just make sure you can raise up out of a chair, that can help.
yeah, yeah.
Because you don't want
So
to lose that ability. And if you already have, yeah, you need to try and get that back.
it's the hardest thing, and believe me, I know it's hard because I'm doing it right now with my
Yeah.
right hamstring. My right
Mm,
hamstring, I I am at the bottom. I feel like I'm in kindergarten with my how much
wow.
I'm lifting with my right hamstring. But
Yeah.
I know because I've already done this before. I already went through this once before
Yeah.
when a decade ago, more than a decade ago, where
Yeah.
I started when I first bought my Rolleiflex, all my muscles were weak. And so
Yeah.
I know how I learned from that and then I got stronger and stronger. So now going back, I'm focusing on my hamstring. I know how to get that strength back, but it
Right.
takes time and it takes effort.
Yeah.
So I think all of us can, if you are having weakness in your legs, especially, that can do so much. Uh,
Yeah.
they give you so much trouble.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Well, we're going over. We're about
uh,
12:07 now.
you know what? I can't even believe I
I know.
literally
It went fast.
I didn't even look at my clock the
I
entire
know.
chat. I mean,
Yeah.
everything has been like So I've been
Yeah.
So anyway, I just want to remind you, Caroline. In the text I gave you my email address. If you
Yeah.
want to talk, email me. That's directly to me, and I will respond. And
Yeah.
you mean just be honest with me. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
You can bear yourself to me, and I'll bear myself back. I have no problems with that.
Yeah.
Um, I just want to help you. I do.
Yeah. Yeah. We
So
want you to feel better. We want to have your happy smiles. We want to be able to see
yes.
your happy smiles eventually. Yeah. No more
Uh,
depression.
anyway, well, we should probably get going. We're boring everyone now.
Yeah.
And have a good rest of your day.
Yeah.
And yeah, tonight it will be releasing. I'm not up at midnight, but YouTube is up,
YouTube
so
is. Yeah.
it will release the video. And
Yeah.
yeah, so everyone, all my Patreons, I'll see you on Wednesday,
Yep. We'll see you
and
Wednesday.
everyone else, I'll see you next Saturday.
All right.
All
Bye,
right, bye
guys. Bye
guys.
for now.